Cool. Hey there.
Hi there.
Hey.
Howdy.
That was a little awkward from Shannon. I was like, hello. I didn't know who you're saying hi there to.
I don't really either. Hello, welcome, everyone. Hello.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You made it. And we are so happy you're here. So happy.
Where'd we make it to?
Well, this is Real Talk Real Estate.
Thank
and
you.
Welcome. Welcome
you.
to the show.
You have such the radio voice. You got to introduce everyone, Chris. Let's go.
Well, good morrow to you.
Good morrow.
And I say good morrow because the Renaissance Festival will be coming to an end August 7th.
For those of you who care,
So those of you fellow I-25 commuters,
it's almost
Yeah.
done soon.
Yeah.
Soon you won't be able to go get you a turkey leg.
but more
You
importantly,
won't be in bumper to bumper traffic for 2 straight hours. Yeah.
Go back
That's
with your
more important.
Renaissance voice. But more importantly, what?
But more importantly, we will make it to our destination on time.
Yeah.
Great.
That's true.
That's
100%.
one of my favorite things. Making
Oh,
to my
yeah.
destination on time.
Shannon,
It really
this
is.
very, time is very important to you. So give
How-
it up on that note
Yes.
to the lovely,
Thank you.
beautiful, talented,
And
and also very
tan.
punctual.
Very punctual.
Yeah.
I am a time.
Oh, you keep.
I keep the time. If you have a schedule and you have a calendar invite, you better be there.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yes,
telling
and-
you right now.
I try to
10
keep the
minutes
time too. And I'm Chris Kreklos, so welcome. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Right.
Also, of course,
The lovely.
uh,
Oh, the lovely.
The lovely.
very punctual too.
Very
I don't think-
punctual.
I don't
You're
think
on time.
Brian's,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
got time.
I really
management.
try to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know
That's my
it
goal.
doesn't always work out that way.
Well, if you get stuck in traffic on I-25 coming through like the
Yeah.
Renaissance Festival, he might
Yeah.
not be on time. But for the
I don't
most
even.
part,
I don't even try. Yeah.
Yeah.
Renaissance Festival. I'm like, oh, that whole window blocked
Yep.
out of the calendar.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
welcome. This is
Well,
Real Talk Real Estate. Welcome to the show. We're
is.
so glad to be here. We've got a lot of fun stuff going on. We have fun guests coming soon, so keep an eye out for
yeah.
that. We'll hopefully we can kind of talk about it at the very end of the show today because we do have some fun stuff. Lots
Yeah.
of
This is a good one.
It's a good one.
I'm so jazzed about this episode.
You are?
In so many ways.
so many ways. So
Oh,
good.
yeah. This is one of our passions, so I think this is huge. Like we'll get to it, but know that this is a Colorado native passion for us.
That's
So,
right. We're
we're all excited about it.
So would you say that or Real Talk Real Estate is one of your favorite things?
Oh, without a doubt.
That's mine too.
Oh.
I have fun.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
really this.
We do have
show,
fun.
We had talked about doing this, and the fact that we're in the teens in our episodes is incredible. And I wish I could tell you exactly
Well, and
which
thanks,
one it is.
thanks to everybody who
But-
watches. Thanks to
Yeah.
everybody who shares. Thanks
Oh.
to everybody who messages us after the fact. I got a couple messages after our last one saying thank you. What you said on that last episode about rent costing 100% interest, that really resonated with me. So that
We
was that
absolutely
made it
love
all
that.
worthwhile right
Yeah.
there. Was that we're actually making a difference in some people's lives. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
And it's relevant, and we want to know what your feedback is, and
Yeah.
we would love to
Good
talk
dad.
about that
Yeah.
on the show anytime. So
Yep. Or if you have a suggestion on something that you want us to talk about, you know where to find us. And if you don't, just let me know. We'll find you.
well, that's right. And
Shannon
on that
will
note,
find you.
I'll find you.
Oh, she's so good.
Don't.
That
Don't
is.
even talk about cyber
Don't
stalker
talk about.
Shannon.
Don't.
She has
Whoa.
a skill set. I tell you
Whoa.
what, it
It's
is-
Shanny the Banana if I'm cyber stalking, just so you know. That's the alias for that. So
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
All right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. What favorite things? Whoop.
Hey,
Whoa.
so prior
Oh, yeah.
to our favorite
Yeah,
thing,
okay.
sorry for the segue
So-
here, but Brian, kind of tell us about this piece of art here. What are we looking at?
So when I was in Madrid, this was in the museum, and there's certain pieces of art that just kind of speak to your soul, and this is a totally morbid, dark painting, but the meaning behind it is huge because we're all gonna die, right? We're all gonna end up. No one gets out alive. All that fun stuff. But do you live your life, or are you always constantly looking into the past? Are you always thinking about things that you coulda, woulda, shoulda done? And this hits that in all the cylinders, right? And
no doubt.
it tells you, let's get out there. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's
And
go live our lives.
the guy on the right,
presence.
the guy on the right, you were telling
death.
me represents death. And then
Yep.
So the one
time
lady
is
is
ticking.
walking with death, right? And then the other lady
She's
is obviously living
she's
her
aging
life.
away, looking
Yep.
back,
Mm-hmm.
and the younger is always looking
Mm-hmm.
forward to
Forward.
what's going to happen in the future. But
Wow.
the presence is like, where are you at in the presence? Are you
Yeah.
being present, or are you being always worried about the future, always worried about the past? And
It's a hard thing to not do sometimes, worry about
We're
the
all guilty
yeah.
of it.
Like
for sure.
we talk
Right.
about that quite a bit. So it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
really good reminder
Right.
for those of
Yeah.
us to stay present, live your life, know that you're all going to die, and do the best you
Yeah.
can each and every day. So
Yeah,
Count your
it's worth,
blessings.
count
you're
count your
you got out of
blessings.
bed. Yeah,
We have so
There's
much to be
lots of-
grateful for each and every day, and I see that every day on a different level, and I'm humbled
Right.
by the experiences that we get to have.
So good. Well, thank you
Yeah.
for the context on that. That was really powerful.
thank
and,
you.
Yeah.
What a beautiful piece of art. And,
and I'm glad you saved
yeah,
it.
especially, that's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
It's
And
totally
then-
morbid, but it's sweet. Yeah.
Well, that's you, Brian. Sometimes
Yeah.
let's get real.
Sometimes.
And then
real.
you sent me this one. I'll read it for everyone. It's a quote by Saint Augustine, and it says, "The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page." And it's just really moving. You want to explain this a little bit for us too?
So I saw this in the airport in Portugal, and it's a totally truthful statement, right? If you don't ever change your surroundings, you don't see other cultures, how other people live, and that can be in your neighborhood, right? That could be in your city, it could be in your state, your country, and your continent, right? But never seeing how other people live and only living in like your own little four walls and never trying to expand your mind and seeing how the rest of the world lives gives you less context on life, but also on people's like hardships, like how
Right.
thankful you are, things like that. I mean, just the time, I learned so much and I took so much away from our trip, and I always do. But just being present was something that the Europeans do so much better than us.
They do. They
They
do.
they enjoy their time. They enjoy, like, work isn't we're not like, I was born to work, right? They're born to do a lot of things, but a lot of it is, travel, spend time with family, friends, and all that stuff. And this like hits that with, like, share that time with your family. Go see
Yeah.
places. Go see other parts of the country where your family is from, where they live, where they want to live.
Right. Well,
And
speaking of
this
of
is-
family, I thought that was perfect segue for that. I was like,
Yeah.
we got to add that in right now. This
Yeah,
is
so it's
this is
Haley's
Brian's
19.
wife and Brian's son, and then Jake
and
and
then,
then girlfriends
Tay
too.
and Lainey, and then my
then-
mom and my
yep.
dad and Carrie. You can't see Sandy, but she's behind Haley.
Oh, fun! Your
but,
dad's there too.
Yeah, my dad's behind me. He was
Oh,
helping us
okay.
sing, but
Okay, so whose
but yeah,
birthday
so
is it?
it was Haley's. Haley
Oh,
turned
okay.
19
Oh,
while
okay.
we were gone, so we had a little party from when.
Oh, I'm so
when,
glad. Well, I'm
everyone-
glad you guys got
yeah.
to celebrate, and then everybody got together too. So that
Yeah, that's
piggybacks
cool.
on the live your life, spend time with those that you love, and then take the time to just be present and enjoy it.
Well, and this segment is favorite things, but it's also like our favorite things are things that we're grateful for.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
like our
without
things
doubt.
that we're most grateful for, our family.
Yep. So let's go to one of my favorite
All
things
right,
in the
let's do
whole
it. Yeah.
entire world.
You do
Oh,
love this
yeah.
stuff.
It's like
Oh.
I've got a major affection for French onion soup, and not just like French onion soup. It has got to be good.
Oh,
It can't be
without a
like
doubt.
I've had bad
Yeah.
French onion soup, and there's a handful of places that I visited that you can go that has the best French onion soup. One is La Baguette here in Colorado Springs. Number 2 is the Chop House here in Colorado
Oh.
Springs. That is the best
Let's
ever.
tell you about that. Why that one's so good. I'll tell you why that one's so good. They age their meat there, and the drippings from the meat become the juices of the French onion soup.
Oh, I'm getting
so
hungry.
If you can imagine,
So
this
stinking
beautifully
good.
aged
Let's
meat.
go.
Oh.
Yeah. And then our good friends, he used to be the general manager there, and then they're married. He used to be the general manager. He has since retired. Now she,
Kept
the
it in the
wife, she
family.
kept it in the family, and she took his
She took
job.
over.
So now we're like, can you guys come over and teach us how to make French onion soup? So maybe,
That's it.
just maybe, we
Yeah.
could do like a French onion soup party. Or something fun like that, and like really learn how to make it
Well,
from the
according
pros.
to Mark, our friend that you're talking about, he actually says it's so easy. And
Oh, yeah.
now his wife Cindy has other.
Yeah, Cindy says other
she
things.
Says that he doesn't know how to make the soup, but I believe that he does.
Yeah,
I
so,
do. I think he's been there enough times that he could see that. So.
We believe
This
in you,
is-
Mark. We believe in you.
Yeah, I
And
believe
you know
in him.
what? I'm gonna do it a little bit backwards because these food items are so good that I can't throw in as much as I love these two things.
You can't. We're
I
not
can't.
going to
We
talk
gotta-
about it today.
We gotta go.
So these
we're
two,
going- yeah.
the French onion soup and this bao bun pork belly tacos were
Oh.
both taken at the Vail Chop House up in Vail, Colorado at Lions Head Village. So if you're ever up there and you're looking for a sweet patio to sit on and people watch and enjoy the beautiful scenery and have a great meal, and believe me, they have everything that you could ever want in terms of steak or French onion
I want
soup or
that right
salad
now.
or all of it. And these
Right now.
these
Yeah, that
I
looks
wouldn't
delicious.
think would have at a chop house like bao bun,
Oh.
whatever the heck
Yeah.
it was. They were glorious. And then
It's only
thi-
3 hours away from
yeah,
us.
it's only 3 hours. It's worth the drive. And then this
2 hours
was
for me.
this was absolutely
Oh,
one
way
of
to
my
rub it in.
favorite things right now, which is the biscotti was okay. That's the last picture. I would not order that again. But the
Is that pistachio ice cream?
pistachio ice cream, incredible.
My favorite.
Whoo!
You're the pistachio or the creme brulee? Because either one.
I'm a creme brulee
the
must
pistachio.
I'm not gonna lie, Rhea, my girlfriend that was drinking it, she literally drank the
Whoa,
drippings.
that was drinking it?
She was drinking the bowl, and then the server came by and tried to take it, and we literally like smacked her hand. We were like, "Please don't. We're not done. We realize there's no ice cream
We're
left.
celebrating.
You must stop, drop, and roll, sister. Like we're not.
Get me a straw.
Yes.
It's
I need
also
a
well
straw.
documented, probably too well documented that
Yep.
she did drink it.
Yep.
So
I'll
there's
talk.
that.
I'll talk about this next. This is my girlfriends Rhea and Anna, which I don't know if everybody knows or not, but long dear friends here that I've had in Colorado since I moved to Colorado. I met Anna back when we worked at Chili's. Brian, how long ago was that? Like, have I known her 15 years? We couldn't figure that out.
Right around 15 years.
Yep, 15 years. And then Rhea, I've known her since I moved to Colorado. She was one of my very first friends here. So a few months ago, Rhea was like, let's go on a girls trip. Let's take Anna and let's go on a girls trip. And I was like, okay. So it kind of really piggybacks on your like live life.
Yeah, do it.
Go
Yeah,
do some
totally.
fun things. And this is something I've never done in my life before. I've never went on a girls trip. It
Well,
was very...
and thank you, girls, for like doing that for her because she would not have done this on her own.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that's
without the encouragement and like the support of these friends, Shannon wouldn't have done it.
I wouldn't
So-
have. And this is in Vail Village. They have art on the walls, and you can go take like virtual interactive pictures. That's Rhea and Anna right there. And then this is me and Rhea on the picture. And Anna bought this like really fun ring, and I don't know if you can see it, but it literally looks like a set of eyeballs. Do you see that, Brian?
It does totally. Yeah.
And
it
it's the
looks like
coolest. It's the coolest ring I've ever seen in my entire life. They were. Jeremiah said some fun things about it, which I can't share here on the show. But when we were at this jewelry shop, I was walking around the jewelry shop looking at my favorite things ever, which are these lovely geodes. This is amethyst, and it's from Uruguay. This is also an amethyst from Uruguay. And if anybody knows me knows I love all of this. But
Oh yeah.
this one is the big Mac Daddy that was in there. This rock, it is Brazilian quartz, and it was listed. Their list price
Does that say 50,000?
$49,000 for this bad boy. But when we were in the
Definitely
rock shop,
two.
yeah, I need two. Exactly. When we were in the rock shop, Anna was in the front looking at this ring and some jewelry and whatever. And the salesperson kept on going, I can do this price. I can do this price. And Anna picked out this ring and a pair of earrings. And she gave her like a bottom price for it, right? So whatever the bottom price was, let's say it was 800 for the earrings and the ring. And I'm over like back behind the counter, and I was like, tell her 650. Tell her you'll give her 650. And Anna's just looking at me, and she's like glaring, and she got all confused and like, what do I do? Here she is here again. She looks at me, and I was like, 650, Anna. And then she looked at me, and she's like, can you do 750? She asked the lady. And then the lady said yes. And I was like, damn it, Anna, you could have got, if you would have taken my advice and went down.
The Art of Negotiation by Shannon Kretko.
Yes, if you would have went, like I lowballed the hell out of him, right? I was like, go down. She would have met you in the middle. So if anybody ever wants to go shopping and needs some like negotiation tactics,
I think that you should do a class on negotiation, the art of negotiation with Shannon Kretko.
Oh my gosh! Well,
because it is a fine art.
It is a fine art, and I freaking love every second of it. And then this is in Lions Head Village in Vail, Colorado. Really great pizza restaurant right there. And this is from our little villa of great view of the mountains. It was a fun weekend.
I could look at the
I could talk about this probably all day, but I found this and I wanted to read it as in honor of my friends and good friendship and living your life and all of the things we've kind of talked about. But the best kinds of friendships are fierce lady friendships where you aggressively believe in each other, defend each other, and think each other deserves the world. Now, obviously, we can take out the word lady and just say friendships in general, because you are a lucky person, in my opinion, if you have more than one friend in your life. We are fortunate enough to have like multiple really good friends. Like Brian is one of our best friends. I, of course, am married to Chris, and he is literally my best friend. I got to go spend time with my best friends. We're so lucky to have the relationships that we have with these people. And it just, when I saw that quote, I was like, we got to talk about that on Real Talk.
So good.
But yeah, it was fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was so nice.
But yeah, we're working on a lot of fun things, you guys. We'll kind of keep going here because I know we talked about that for a good while, but we've got a fun backpack bash coming up. I'm going to help some kiddos get back to school in style with some great new school supplies, and we're partnering with Patty Jewett Golf Course here in Colorado Springs, which if you haven't been to Patty Jewett Golf Course, it is a must go to.
Who hasn't been to Patty Jewett?
Patty Jewett, and
this is the finest public golf course this side of the Mississippi.
Gem. It is a hidden gem.
It is a hidden gem. It should be a country club, but you can go there. Anyone can go there
and golf there. Is incredible. The ambiance, the people that are there, the service, all of it.
Can I tell you that I have golfed there with my dad and my grandpa?
Really?
So it's really special.
That's great.
You gotta take the girls there soon.
Yeah, well, they need some lessons first. So be on the lookout for that. I've got
details.
I've got. Can you put the flyer up so they can just get a quick little screenshot of that? So this isn't finalized yet. This is a sneak peek, but we're going to start taking donations for local kiddos that are in need of new school supplies. We're going to get all that distributed. We're going to do some fun giveaways on top of that. So you'll get some more details there here coming soon.
Hold on, I just want to show you kind of some of the stuff.
Because I'm creating a little website for it with my new technology that we have. Hopefully that pops up. It's not coming up as fast as it should there. So either way, let's go back to our newest listing that we've got up listed by Stephanie McNally. Where's this house at? Brian, do you know? Did we lose it?
It's in Newcastle.
Newcastle. So right outside of like Basalt and everywhere. I mean, it's like
fantastic. I love this house.
The views.
Sign me up.
I mean, this is remarkable, and they've been working with this client for quite a bit of time, and it is beautiful inside and out. So
they did a great job getting it ready. If anybody wants more details on that, we can send over the listing sheet. I can't remember the bathroom scenario, but I know it was listed for I think $720. Is that right?
I think it's a little bit north there, but
but it's
I could be wrong. I could be
have it.
wrong. I'll call my people. I'm sorry, you guys.
Yeah, we'll call our people.
Yep.
We'll put the
Fail.
link. Yeah,
Alright.
Fail.
we'll put the link in the podcast, so you'll see
Yes.
it in the notes. So you can
Great
check it out.
idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
So
it's sweet.
as everybody knows, we sponsored the Tech Sergeant release party out on Peterson Space Force Base this week. It was yesterday. I had an amazing time. So it was quite the experience, and I've never been in a room with that many people in a military uniform ever. And then on top of that, to have them like celebrating 20 individuals that were
Congratulations,
promoted
guys.
to Tech Sergeant,
Incredible.
and watch that experience and how they all like come together and celebrate, and family and friends were there. So I wanted to kind of show some pictures of that, because we talk about a lot of our military friends in general there. And this is Bowtie Bobby. Bobby is one of our great friends. Freaking love this guy. So
my dude.
shout out to Mr. Bobby Don. We freaking love you, dude.
man.
I'm sorry I get a little saucy with you sometimes, and that's probably a nice way to say that, because I guess I called and yelled at him this week, and I didn't mean to. So that was fun.
You didn't mean to, or
I
you
didn't mean to.
accidentally-
I
it might have slipped out?
accidentally snuck out. Yeah.
Like, yeah, there was like a oops. Sorry, you're about to get yelled at. So, and he's been amazing, and the whole time that we've been working, and that's one of our passions, is the military. And my father served, my grandfather served. Just growing up in that the military family, like this is an amazing piece that everyone in the family has to be involved in it. Everyone that's in the military knows the sacrifice that's potentially on the table, and so we just love giving back to that. And
You got that right,
as you
Brian.
just saw, Chris is a military relocation expert, and so he has taken that to another level, which is, there's a lot of pieces, there's a lot of moving parts, moving people from across the country, across the world, and the veterans and active military, they get a benefit, and I just don't think that people take advantage of it as much as they should. And
they at least,
used to
if they
be-
have questions about it, we can definitely help them navigate that too, right? Like we do that all the time.
And it
so.
used to be that the VA loans were almost looked down upon, and that's changed in about the last 5 to 6 years, and they've made some sweet improvements to it. But more importantly, now it's a benefit, and it's always been a benefit, but it's a benefit that you can actually use, and we can get you into a great house, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. So I don't want to belabor it yet. So
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
What did I miss? I had to pop out
We
for
were
a
just
second.
talking about our friends and clients in the military and how we're all
Yeah.
about helping them, and different
absolutely.
ways that we specialize in, like being military relocation professional.
Absolutely. Did you show the pictures of my table that Kim and I set up?
No,
First,
we
did you
didn't get
introduce
there
Kim?
yet. No,
Did
we
you
didn't-
introduce
we didn't
Kim?
get there, so
No,
you can
we
go
haven't-
ahead.
we haven't got
Okay.
that far yet.
Okay, so
So-
this is Kim Gilbertson. She's with Community Banks of Colorado. She is beautiful
Great lady.
all the way around. She's a great lender.
She's the best.
If you have any questions on any of that, I would love to have her on as well sometime. And I don't know her MLSSN number and all of that.
Right, so we
So
will
I'm
get all
sorry.
that.
I'm sorry about that, but I will find it. So she was
we'll put a link in.
co-sponsor. Yep, she was co-sponsor with me, and she came to the event with this fun table stuff, tablecloth,
So cool. Look
all
at
of
that.
her swag. We had candy, we had stickers, we had Colorado Native Realty swag, and it was a great turnout. This
That's
is
handy swag too. Ice scrapers.
ice
I mean,
scrapers.
come on.
She had pizza cutters too.
And hats.
Yep,
socks,
this
come on.
this is one of our clients that we met last summer. He did. He's a great investor, a great friend. Altogether, he's
Without
really
sharp
as a
really
whip. This
sharp.
guy is so smart.
He's fun to talk to. So that I have that picture of him and Kim, and then myself and Nick there. And then this right here is Tech Sergeant Howard. He is the liaison that introduced us to or asked us to help sponsor the Tech Sergeant release party. So he was great. He's a lot of fun to talk to. Very, very sarcastic. He gets along great with all of us, and it's fun to have conversations with him. So this is what the room looked like when I got there, and it's a huge room, and people are starting to trickle in. Right?
Show us.
They're trickling in, and then here comes that's what it ended up at. It was incredible and just crazy to watch. That right here, I don't know if you can really see it, but there's kind of an alley where all the tech sergeants that got promoted walked in through a door and came down the row, and everybody high-fived them, and they had intercoms and like loud noisemaker things, and it was so fun. And I was so honored and humbled to be able to be there with everybody. And then the shout out to Bobby again. Bobby Dunn!
Yeah.
Love you. He's so fun.
He wants to ride a bike 100,000 miles a day.
He wants, well,
if you want to take a ride, let him know.
Yeah, if you want to go up a mountain pass on a bike, he will be your guy. He probably would laugh at you if you told him you did 100,000 miles on like that Peloton behind you. But either way,
he's got one.
He does have one, but he doesn't ride that. He rides a road bike. He's on the road. Oh. He's like whatever.
Fancy.
He's very fancy. So, but yeah, we had a great turnout. I met a lot of really great people. It was fun to just talk to everybody and learn a little bit about their stories. And it's super intimidating to go into that room, not really having a military background. But everybody is so nice and so caring and really open about coming and having conversations. And then, if anybody ever has more questions about that and how it works or whatever, like I love it.
You and Kim were both there to help, and and they respect that. Like you had a place there to to say your piece, and
it was fun.
How you can offer help, and you guys did it, and that's great.
And
so,
Nick had the funnest playlist. He was playing songs by Journey. He was playing songs by Guns N' Roses. There was AC/DC playing as all these guys were coming through. Yeah. So it was right up our alley.
We can give you no examples of that because
we can't. Those are copyrighted. So we can't. You'd have to look it up. You'll have to use Google.
And we don't want to get banned in 1,400 countries.
Yeah, we don't need to get banned anywhere.
Know,
exactly.
Guys,
silly.
So sorry.
Yeah,
Jeez.
silly. But it was fun. So on to the topic that we were talking about on military relocation professional and how to leverage your VA benefit in the real estate space. You have that benefit if you've been in the military, and we love to help our people navigate it. It's different on a seller side versus a buyer side. The sellers typically have to go from one post to the next. So they have to go from, say, Colorado Springs or Buckley Air Force Base, and they go to their next post, which could be in Minot, North Dakota. So when they call us and they say they have to sell their house and they have to get from A to B, that is serious. They have to go from here to there. They have a tight timeline. Yeah. They have a family they need to get there, and it's important that we get everything situated from A to B.
Instrumental.
And it's not like it's not for a seller that might not be in the military, but they have to be there by January 15th or whatever that date is, and we have to kind of reverse engineer that process and get them connected to a great military relocation special in their neck of the woods, or that they're going to, and make sure that all the stars align, and it's a choreographed Backstreet Boys video
and we
from
do it
A
well.
to B.
I'm here to tell you, we do it well. Like, we pride ourselves on that. We are natives of this beautiful state, and so we are very familiar with all branches of the military, and we service them very well.
Well, and then we give them options too with, would you want to come back to Colorado and maybe rent this house out and let this increase in equity a little bit? Or do you need to free up your entitlement, your VA benefit, and be able to go buy somewhere else? How can we navigate that and get you to keep this property? Let's flip the VA out on here. Let's talk to a great lender, get the VA off, and go get a conventional loan on it so you can go buy a house in your next post. So
more, everyone's level of investment is kind of different, and how they choose to use it. You just showed that one gentleman. He leverages his VA benefit,
or which one?
Extremely
Nick?
well.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's very sharp, and he knows how to use these tools to his advantage and build a portfolio, which he's doing. And other people are overwhelmed by it, and we help both. We can help the very savvy
investor, yep,
VA buyer, and we can help the first time, I've never done this before. How do I use this?
Right.
Is this something I can even do, or that you would recommend? Which I always do.
Yeah.
By the way.
And Brian, you started to say something too a second ago, and we didn't capture
exactly what Chris was saying. Like Nick has done an amazing job in that. There's so many examples. I mean, we've done so many roundtables where people are like, I have a house in Florida, I have a house in Alabama, I have a house in New York, wherever, and I don't want to sell it. I want to keep it. How do I leverage that to get another property, keep that as a rental? But you can use the VA loan for multifamily homes. There's tons of ways to like use that into the SBA program, so Small Business Administration programs. But we're working on one right now with Jeff, and he's going to get an amazing deal on this house. It's a great house. It's got acreage. And he's using his benefit. And more of ours is, especially for sellers, we've re-educated a lot of sellers over the years of what are the benefits of using a VA loan or accepting a VA offer. And there used to be a time where agents would say, "Oh, we're not taking VA," and I think for the most part, those days are behind. I mean, there's probably still some people that say
there's a handful.
Like that,
I talked to somebody recently that they wouldn't take a VA offer, and the reason on that was because the appraisals came back low, and all I could think was like, if you price the property right, you wouldn't have to worry about it. But I held, and I just let her tell me that, and was like, okay, that's great. I told her, I said, you're eliminating buyers that could really get into this house and that are ready to go.
Is that really is that your idea, or is that the buyer's idea or the seller's idea?
Either way, it was misinformation in my opinion, because my client, who's well qualified and a VA buyer, had every right to look at that house too, and couldn't because of the lending terms. That seems silly to me, but.
And that's something that we're still on the change, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Colorado Springs especially. I mean, there are 6 bases, I think 5 or 6 bases.
Yep.
Schriever, Peterson,
USAFA, Air Force Academy.
Yep. NORAD, which Cheyenne Mountain,
Fort Carson,
and then Fort Carson with the Army. I mean, you're on the backbone of military. For someone to even say something that ignorant, you hope that we can get them to come around in time, right? So
it was unfortunate on that one,
right? Especially because the benefit is for their sacrifice, right? You're giving you're giving your commitment to guarding and keeping our rights secure, and we're basically, it's being underwritten by the government and saying, look, we're gonna give you a great term, we're gonna give you a great loan, we're gonna do all these other pieces.
They get great rates.
What you're doing for our country, and I don't think we take advantage of it enough. I think more military members should be using it, and there should never be an instance where a military personnel, unless they choose not to own a house, isn't in a house where they own it. And going back to our point from last week, you're paying somebody else's mortgage or you're paying your mortgage. So which would you rather do? And luckily for us, we meet more often than not military personnel that they want to own a house.
Yes.
They want to be out of the rent race.
Absolutely.
So
yeah. All in, I think that if anybody has questions on your VA benefit, how to leverage it, who to talk to, VA rates are always a little bit better than everybody else's too, right? Like their rates are incredible. I get text messages from one of our lenders every day on what all of his rates are, and today is this.
What his
I can't.
Was, but
it doesn't matter.
I
can't, because it depends on everybody's scenario and their situation and whatnot. I can't do that. But either way, for your sacrifice and for your service, of course, you've earned the right as a VA member or a military member, prior service, current service, retired, whatever that looks like, to put no money down and get a great rate. And thank you for that. On our worst day, we can't even know what somebody in a different situation fighting for our country, over in wherever, that doesn't have the same luxuries that we have, what that even looks like. And, I've done a lot of research too on post-traumatic stress disorder with military members and how much that affects them, and the suicide rates and the things that they go through in their life. Like it is our duty to at least do our best with these people, hands down, 100%, whatever you need, all day, every day.
You bet.
And if you're going to pay it forward on anything, you see somebody in a military uniform having dinner, that's an opportunity to buy them dinner.
No doubt.
It's a great opportunity. You see them at Starbucks, they're grabbing something, grab them a coffee, right? I mean, just understand the amount of commitment that they have for your rights. You have the right to disagree with them. You have the right to disagree with how America's run. You can disagree with all those pieces.
Right.
They're giving you that right, and they're fighting for you to have that right, whether you love them or don't.
Right.
They're fighting for you no matter what, because that's how committed they are. And we need to do more. And I think, you talk about PTSD, you talk about, the VA and the VA hospitals and things like that. They need to do more. We need to do more with getting people the help that they need and getting them,
I think it's awareness and just having conversations around it. It's okay for us to talk about it, and people are scared to. And it 100%. It goes to that, like, you're walking towards life or walking towards death scenario that we kind of opened with. If we can do good and be good and kind of pay it forward with
and those
people.
Folks are defending our freedom so that you can live that life that you're wanting to live, or that you have the freedom to live. So let's not forget that.
And remember, they're the ones running towards the things that we're afraid of.
Right.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are running towards the battles that we don't want to have.
Hands down.
While the rest of us are living in the comfort of our houses, or we're complaining about, I don't have air conditioning, or this happened to me today.
Right.
They're living with life and death. So we need to
Without
do
a
more.
doubt.
Yep, absolutely.
And I think on that note, I mean, we've talked about it. We are well versed in it, and I think that's a good place to leave it.
Yep. So coming up, we've got some fun shows that we're working on getting some guest speakers on. One, we've got a great guy that is a local inspector. We're going to pick his brain about the inspection process, do's and don'ts, what to look for, pro tips on that. We kind of skipped that today, so we'll work back to that. We also want to get a great lender on and talk about an assumable loan.
Yeah, what's
and
that look
how
like?
to do that? What is an assumable loan? How do I leverage it? How does that work?
Well, this is a great topic from one of our good friends.
We're not going to name his name.
No, we're not going to say. But what I am trying to say is give us your feedback. Put a comment in there. Tell us what you want to talk about. We would love to hear it.
Yep.
It really helps us, to give you the content that you're looking for. So we're not just,
rattling
talking heads.
Because literally we could do that too all day.
We want you to help direct where we go. So
that's right.
If there's stuff that you want more in depth on, you want more of, especially with assumable. There's a bunch of other people are talking now about adjustable rates. You're talking about some other things that are happening. What do those look like? Good, bad, and ugly, right? We can get some more information and get some experts on here to help with us.
Yep, always.
Well, it's coming, and on that note, guys, it's been a good one. So
always, thank you.
Yeah,
thanks for tuning in. If you have questions, we're always here to help.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.